Hi everybody, my name is Shannon and you're watching another yarn. Thank you so much for joining me this day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be in your time zone. I greatly appreciate it. So my channel is about yarn, knitting, crocheting, crafting, all things fun along that line. Friday is a series that I've created working through every single little miniature amigurumi in this mini amigurumi book. Yep, there are 26 of them. So this will be a 6-month-long project. I might add in other amigurumis along the way, just because, why not, right? It's my show, I can do that and have fun with it. We'll see. So I have had a lot of fun working on these and using different yarns than what it calls for. Actually, I don't know if this book even 100% surely specifies the exact brand of yarn. It does state to use fingering weight in a size C crochet hook. And I think I've been telling everyone a C is a 2 and a 2.25 millimeter. That's because that's what I knit with for my socks. And those are a 2.25. A size C Susan Bates crochet hook is 2.75 millimeters. Sorry about that, everybody. But size C crochet hook, as you can tell, it's small, right? You're using a fingering weight yarn and it will create a little miniature amigurumi. So if you look at some of the previous weeks, I have explored a lot of different yarns. You don't have to follow a pattern. Yours can be bigger, yours can be smaller. If you want to make yours out of thread, by all means, go for it. Just use a steel hook and a smaller size, maybe a size 7, 8, could be a 10. I forget what I use because I used to crochet with actual sewing thread because there was part of me that was just slightly insane. I did it because I could. So you can do that and you'll end up with a smaller creature. The issue with trying to crochet something like this with a sewing thread or something really small is the pieces are extremely tiny and very fiddly. The advantage of using a size F crochet hook and up to like a worsted weight or a G or something along that line, or even doubling it, which I've done, is the pieces are easier to deal with. You might have 9 stitches for the circumference, but it's a lot easier to do those 9 stitches in a bigger gauge than it is in the tinier gauge. So it's your choice. So we've done all sorts of things. I've used worsted weight yarn. I've used kitchen cotton because why not? I've used fingering weight, and this week I am using my brand new yarn that I just got in a mystery bag. This is the Goucher Bamboo Cotton Blend. I believe this is $2.50 a skein, 50 grams. You can go ahead and look at my mystery box opening and it gives all the information for Goucher if you're interested. I thought I would use it. I mean, why buy it if you're not going to use it? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So anyway, yeah, I didn't say that. So I decided to use this, and this is what I'm doing. And then the size C crochet hook. This is a number 2 fine. The C crochet hook worked up well. It is a bamboo cotton, and because I was working on something that is a small circumference and, doing that, I did have some splitting that you'll get with the bamboo. It wasn't anything terrible. It wasn't horrible. And I think in other projects, I wouldn't have even noticed, but I was just really working in small, tight, little tiny spaces. So I don't have my animal sewn together yet. I'll do a cut and magic of editing, and then you'll get to see it because that's just how that works. But when I say it's small, you see that bag? That's all the pieces. I just put it in a little plastic bag so I wouldn't lose them or my dog wouldn't get them. Yeah. He likes to get strings, but look at that. Look at all those little pieces. And then just to show you what I was getting at, you can see how tiny this is. There's 4 of them. This is their little paws of the critter that I'm making this time. But you can see how tiny that is. I think that's 6 single crochets around. Really, really easy to make. Yeah, you can see how tiny that is, right? I think that jewelry on my necklace is bigger. really, really small. You can see the head, how very tiny. I've got 6mm safety eyes on here. If you wanted to do something even smaller than what I'm dealing with the fingering weight or the number 2, if you wanted to do a lace weight or something, it would be more like a seed bead that you would sew on there, because that right there, putting the backs on it really takes up a lot of real estate in the head of this thing. And I think trying to get a smaller safety eye and as close together as they would be would probably be cumbersome. It's just my opinion. Maybe I just haven't seen the right ones. But yeah, this is the tail. I mean, look how tiny these things are. I've got little ears. Look at those ears. I mean, that is, there's a tail and there's some ears. Those are just really, really tiny pieces. So here's my little thing. I got pictures that you'll have already seen or what have you, you know, just trying to take pictures of all the little pieces. I find it a lot of fun. So I think that we should see what it looks like. There it is. Look at that. Did you guess the leopard? An ear was lost in the making of this video. Not gonna lie, maybe it was not the smartest thing for me to throw these, look at that, these little tiny pieces up in the air. I lost an ear. I looked for it. I looked a while. Look at that. Look how cute that is. I looked for a while. I can't find it. I'm sure I'll find it maybe some other time. I have no idea, but I lost an ear. It was just quicker and faster to make another ear than to deal with anything else. But see how tiny that is? I mean, that is just so cute. And I don't have the lion anymore. Here's leopard. I don't have the lion anymore. I'm not sure where the lion ended up. But you can see the little kitty cat and the lion. So to me, and the cat has the longer, the arms and everything are a little bit longer than the leopard. But everything with the leopard is how the embroidery is done, right? Just like anything, that's make or break. They both have a long tail. I found the embroidery on this actually quite easy. I did it smart this time. I know. It's, don't let that go to your head. So while the head was detached still, I threaded the black thread, and that's just number 10 crochet thread is what that is, because I don't have the embroidery floss, so it was thin enough for me to use. So I threaded a long piece and I went up through the neck right here, right? And then sewed on all the little stripes all around, and then pulled it back down through the neck and just tied that in a knot, so I don't have any unsightly black seams anywhere. And then for the bottom piece, for the body, before I sewed the body on, I sewed the tail on, and then I did the same thing again. I had a long thread of the black thread, and I started from the body hole, right, before I attached to the neck, went down from here all the way to the end of the tail, did those little hash marks that you can see. There you go. There. Did all those little hash marks like the picture showed all around it, and did a whole bunch around the body, and then pulled the yarn back up through that opening, tied a knot in that. So my embroidery was a lot better this time. I'm not normally the best at that. It's, you know, and then look, the nose is, I think I did good on the nose. The head's crooked. Something's always crooked. I'm just going to throw that out there. There's a lot of pieces. Something is always a little crooked. That's okay. That gives it its quirky character. You can make them a little crooked. So his little head's kind of tilted. Just, I think most of my things are a little cockeyed. That's okay. It's fine. Yeah, so this is the cute little leopard made to add to my series. It'll be interesting to find out towards the end how many of them I have. Right now I've got a bunch of them just kind of sitting here, but they're gonna find homes. I'll rehome them to whoever looks at it says, oh, that's cute. I'm like, you want it? You want it? You can take it. I have stuff. You can take it. Yeah, that's how I work. You do it not the right way, and sometimes it's not even the right way. I'm like, you can have it. So I'll just continue to make them, and who knows what I'll use next week. This was fun. This was a surprise. I had no idea this was the material I was going to use, because this was, this is one I picked for my mystery box, but this was out of the mystery box I just received, or, you know, that package. So I had no idea what it was going to look like in person. So that was kind of a surprise. And then to do another mini again. So we'll see how big and or little I make the next one and what critter I come up with. I think I know already, but we'll see what happens between now and then. It's like, what was it? When I did the bunny rabbit, I had planned on making a pink elephant and it turned into one of the other things, right? I mean, it's just, that's just how that works. I mean, we have fun in life. Who cares? Let's just have fun and keep at it. All right, everybody. It's been so wonderful talking with you this Friday morning, Fun Size Friday, and showing off all the wonderful fun things. Maybe I'll find the ear and attach it and have 3 ears. I don't know. But it was still worth it. It was fun throwing the little pieces up in the air and having them come down. My husband cursed me because he commented before I did that. He's like, don't do that, because I said I was going to do it. He said, don't do that. You'll lose the pieces. Thanks, honey. I appreciate that confidence. Yeah, so I blame it on him. Anyway, bye, everybody.